$20,000. Play MLB Base Chase. Presented by Michelob Ultra at MLB.com/stolen base. See official rules for details. Carlos Correa first up. Minter finished off the top of the fourth with a strikeout of Brantley. Correa comes up empty, strike one. Minter was shipped back to AAA in July and had to work on some things. He's come back, and to say he's in a groove is a serious understatement. The 0-1 to Correa. Strike two.
Well, in game one, of course, when Charlie had to leave, I mean, he threw, and you could tell he was gassed. He threw everything he could that game to help preserve the victory. And it was going to be a costly victory, but it was a big one.
The 0-2. Correa fights it off. The night shift, as we heard Tyler Matzik say the other night. Here's what they've done this postseason. That bottom line, it all leads to Will Smith, and he's been 6 for 6 in save chances when it's mattered the most. Oh, 2 again. That's in the air to left center field. Will get down for a leadoff base hit. And the tying run is on again as Correa is on base for the second time.
Astros want to create as much pressure as they can on any pitcher that's in the game right now, and lead off an inning in a postseason is the best way to do it, short of hitting a homer.
Hard to believe after the kind of ALCS that Yordan Alvarez had. You'd be saying that their big cleanup hitter struggling. 1 for 13. No RBIs. Is this his moment? He takes low, ball 1. Dusty Baker moved some of these pieces in his lineup. He said they haven't been pitching at all to Gurriel, and they haven't been giving Yordan Alvarez much to hit.
Right, and that's part of it. And coming into this game, that's why their swing percentage and chase percentage was way up. Trying to make something happen. Tonight, way down, not chasing as much.
As far as Alvarez is concerned, after slamming into the wall in left field last night, he's sore, hit his knee in the wall, but nothing more than soreness. Initially, Dusty Baker was worried about his shoulder, but he came out of that collision with the wall okay.
I was worried about the wall.
Yeah, no word on how the wall's doing. Here's a 1-1. Good pitch again by Minter, strike 2.
When Minter first got to the Braves, it was a lot of this, fastballs and this. He developed a changeup, used it, but right now he's connected with that release point on that pitch. I'm sure he feels like he can make that pitch anytime he wants when you're going the way he's been going.
Bullpens are quiet. 1-2 pitch. A little more hittable from Minter, but Alvarez fouls it away. 24-year-old Cuban who has been so impressive. Looking for something to crunch. Astros fell behind 4-0, tied it in the third. Freddie Freeman and his home run put Atlanta back on top. Astros have never led tonight. That's strike 3. 1 out.
That's one of those mistake strikeouts, meaning he's trying to go down and away, and he started it inside the plate. See where the glove is? Watch where he throws it, and it freezes him. And caught the corner, caught the inside part of the plate, even though he didn't hit his intended target. That guy thought so.
Michael Myers says you're out. Here's Gurriel.
I'm still surprised that the Braves are putting on the shift to Gurriel.
He found a hole through that right side in game 2.
It's just not a great recipe. I know what they've gotten more aggressive in the second half and shifting, but we already told you that Gurriel, he'll beat a shift whenever he wants.
It's like they're trying to pound him inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that makes sense on how, you know, a hitter's going to know how you're trying to pitch him, unless he's just a one-way hitter and he doesn't care where the pitch is. He's trying to pull it. But his ability to inside out and hit that ball that way, well within his arsenal.
Here's a 1-1. I think he was trying to go to right. That's strike 2.
I mean, the term "give up of yourself" used to be a term a long time ago where you would give up trying to do one thing and go to where the opposite of where they're wanting to hit you, because the power stroke.
That is into center. Correa will stop at second. 2 hits in the inning as Gurriel finds a hole to the left of the second base bag. And now he's got 2 hits and an RBI as he's moved up to the number 5 spot. And the very talented young Kyle Tucker walks to the plate.
Cutting action, but he stays up the middle. That's the difference. You try to pull that, and then it's probably, see how flat that swing is. I mean, that's just so perfect. That's why it's tough to shift a guy that does that.
So 2 singles with a strikeout in between, and here's Kyle Tucker.
He will swing at the first pitch, as we have told you over and over again. Watch his feet. His feet are always moving. He's hitting with his feet.
And a good pitch from Minter takes advantage of that. Strike 1.
Reminds me a little bit, not obviously in the same style, of Sean Casey, but Sean Casey used to pick up his feet and back leg and just hitters that hit like they're tap dancing.
Two on, 1 out. Little chopper to first. Freeman only 1 play to the bag. 2 out. And now you've got Bregman coming up. First base open. Maldonado will follow him. And we'll see how the Braves want to play this. I know Bregman's been struggling, but it's still Alex Bregman.
I totally agree. And I think you trust your pitcher knows he can throw strikes, that you face somebody else. It's not changing the runners in scoring position. You got to really pitch to Maldonado, and that's what Brian Snitker is going to do.
So Bregman draws the intentional walk. And that leaves it up to Martin Maldonado, who has an RBI in this game, 3 RBIs this postseason. but just 4 hits, 4 for 42.
You know, it obviously would be different if it was first and third, and then technically he's a base open. It would be different if you walked him to put the go-ahead run on second, but the go-ahead run's already been on second when you walked him with the first base open.
Maldonado had an RBI base hit back in game 2 in Houston. A sac fly earlier in this game. Big spot, obviously, and he takes a ball inside from Minter. And he didn't look like he was in any hurry to get out of the way of that pitch.
And he looked like he was taken the whole way. So, little cat and mouse game with the bases loaded.
Astros left 11 on last night. They've left 4 on so far tonight. 1-0 pitch. Ball. 2-0.
And he was taken again. The only superpower I ever wanted to know as a pitcher, I only just wanted to know if the hitter wanted to swing. And that would affect my pitch selection, right? Just want to know what he was thinking of. Now, we've talked about some of the guys that you pretty much already know they're going to swing, but he's gone up there, at least on the first 2 pitches, and said, I'm gonna see if you can throw a strike here with the bases loaded.
And he's right on top of the plate. There's a strike. That's why I say on that first pitch, it was inside where Maldonado's standing. It doesn't take much off the plate to hit him and force a run home.
I mean, there's where he was on the sac fly, right? And now he is on top.
Here's a 2-1. Down 3-1. Marwin Gonzales next. If he bats, this game will at least be tied. Maldonado goes right back into that same spot, right on top of the plate. The 3-1 pitch. That's inside, and this game is tied. A bases loaded walk to Martin Maldonado after the intentional pass to Bregman, and it's 5-5 here in the 5th of game 5. Rick Kranitz out to talk, and now a quick word from DraftKings.
Hey, better. This postseason, bet $1 to win $100 if either team gets a hit. Download the app, sign up with the promo code, and make it rain.
I think you really have to credit Martin Maldonado.
Yeah.
Going up there with a plan to either walk, get hit, whatever it took to get that run home after the intentional walk.
He's the first one that we've seen change the complete approach and never had an intention to swing at those first 2 pitches, as you mentioned, and it threw Minter for a loop.
And now Marwin Gonzales will bat with the bases empty, 2 out, and a tie game in the 5th.
You throw in your first pitch here with the intention that you believe the guy is going to swing and try to break the game into put his team ahead, but still want to make the best quality pitch you can here on the first pitch.
Gonzales was added for this World Series round to the active roster, and he floats one into left center. That will get down. Score 1 and score 2. The ball hits Maldonado, but Marwin Gonzales has delivered, and the Astros have their first lead of the night. It's 7-5. And that'll be it for A.J. Minter.
Well, he did go up there trying to swing at the first pitch. Big swing, but softer results as it didn't get the sweet spot, but it's the sweet spot for the Astros scoreboard.
What an inning for the Houston Astros. They continue to come back. They've knocked out A.J. Minter. They have their first lead of the night. A chance for more with Altuve coming up and Chris Martin coming in. One tied it in the third, trailed 5-4 after 3, and now they're leading for the first time. Correa moved out of the number 5 spot. That's paid off. Marwin Gonzales just delivered the pinch hit go-ahead 2-run single. And then it was Adam Duvall who got this whole thing started with a grand slam back in the first. As Chris Martin pitches in back-to-back games and deals with Altuve with 2 on and 2 out.
Do we need to say anything? Kind of know what he's going to do, right? He's swinging.
You expect Altuve to go after the first pitch. Didn't give him a chance as that rides inside, ball 1. Martin last night worked an inning, allowed a hit, had 1 strikeout.
Again, the Astros, to their credit, they feel offensively when they're clicking and they're able to keep the pitchers in the strike zone, they're going to win.
Time called by d'Arnaud. The Astros had been 1 for 15 with 2 out and runners in scoring position in this World Series. They got the bases loaded walk, but then delivered with a hit. Marwin Gonzales. Here comes a 1-0 to Altuve. Outside, 2-0. Three 2-out runs this inning. That's something that Dusty's team featured in both matchups before the World Series. Against the White Sox and the Red Sox. Now a 2-0 pitch. Altuve. You know what he's thinking. Took it right down the middle, 2-1. There's Phil Maton. He will take over in the bottom of this 5th. The Astros now with 49 2-out runs this postseason, most by an American League team than any single postseason all time, with more chances. That's a 2-2 count. Jose let it fly, but came up empty. 8th man to bat in the inning. And what an inning for Houston. Two, full count.
Full count. Runners are going to be going.
That's not insignificant with the lead runner being Maldonado.
Right.
Three-two pitch, and he struck him out. Altuve chased, but the Astros get 3, have their first lead of the night, 7-5, halfway through Game 5. Swings a grand slam by Duvall in the